floating around. I'm naughty. Right, so we're going to do the forecast for the month of September. So September officially in the solar calendar begin at 7th of September until 7th of October. All right, so right now I haven't started yet. So we got a few more days. So it's good that you get the information early so that you can do a bit of early planning and preparation for yourself. Right, so a lot of things that you need to prepare for. Just knowing the energy and sitting around waiting for things to happen usually is no fun. Right, so we are talking the month of fire rooster, right? Barbecue chicken, technically speaking. Ting Yu, right? So Ting Yu is the month of fire rooster, so we'll be looking at that particular month, right? And see how does the energy come in and help everybody, all the 10-day master, right? So of course, if you have not plot your BaZi chart yet, please go to joeyap.com/BZ chart to have your BaZi chart plotted, so that you can follow the session. So because we will be using the day master. So for reference point, that is your reference point. You go and print your BaZi chart, you find your day master. So this is not like what we normally would do when we will be using the animal sign. So I don't really use the animal sign too much. So I'll be using the day master as the reference point. Right? So for the entire month, right? So you'll be following your own day master. I'll go through all the 10-day master, and you would take a look at what is the energy that's coming to you, and you will need to realign your activity, some of it, maybe to suit the energy, or if you have certain plan, you want to pay attention whether the energy is against or for your plan. And so this is what we're going to do for this particular month. Okay, heaven and earth clash and no, not necessarily heaven and earth clash. So although it looked like it's a clashing situation, so it's pretty much quite okay. It depends. It depends. We really don't see that it's clashing is getting scared of it. So just need to see what's the situation first before you go. So by the way, for those of you who are first time looking at my face here, name is Kevin Chan. And so the small fellow down there, his name is Kevin Chan. So I'm a consultant here with the Joey Yap Consulting Group. Right? So today we're gonna be looking at the month of September. Right? So it's the thing right? So since it's the rooster combined with dragon, so you've got a dragon anyway in your BaZi chart. Right? So it's a combined month for you, and it's gonna be clashing with the rabbit. Okay, so if you have a rabbit inside your chart, then it's a clashing month for you. Right, so that's some of the small little info that you might want to use. Right, so let's get started. Let's talk about the big brother wood here, Jia wood. Right, so if we take a look at the energy of the Jia wood, so the Ting fire is basically your output energy. So very, very simple. So you change that into what we call the 10 God. So when you change your 10 God, sometimes it's easier for you to take a look at what's basically happening. So if it's a output energy, which means that this is a month whereby you need to do a bit of a display, right? So you have the attention of the people. You want to do a little bit of the display, right? So of course the rooster. The rooster is basically an officer. So officer, you need to have a lot of discipline. So it's a display of discipline, right? So it's a display of discipline, right? So don't know whether you guys like to watch Jackie Chan movie. So if you've seen Jackie Chan movie, especially those olden day kung fu movie, Drunken Master, Mantis Move or whatever it is, right? You've seen that before. There is always this part of the show whereby Jackie Chan show his training, reverse picking up water into the bucket, and then all the horse stand, those are display of discipline. So this particular month is your month to do this sort of stuff. You need to show people that you have discipline. So the hunting officer, direct officer is normally circumstances is a clashing circumstances. Right? You guys know it's a clashing circumstances. It is about things that you don't want to do. These are stuff that you like. Those hard training that Jackie Chan do. I don't think he loved to do it, but because he need to pose out, take vengeance upon the people who has wronged his family, right? So he have to go through, endure all this pain, to train himself so that he can fight with the person who has, killed his father or injured whatever it is. Right? So you have to go through this entire process. It's going to be painful, man. Quick thing is that it's going to be painful, man. Yes, it's going to be a painful. If you don't follow rules and regulation, what happens? You get punished. So go and watch the Jackie Chan show. Right? What happens when he doesn't follow, the master sifu? Right? Will come with the cane and hit here, hit here, hit. That's punishment for not following the what we call discipline training, right? So this is a training month for you, find something for you to be disciplined. So very, very simple. Okay. So that is for your dragon, right? So you might want to be careful of outshining your boss, right? So the direct officer basically is a boss. So the hurting officer, if it's attacking the direct officer, it has a little bit of connotation called insubordination. So, or you are not following your boss instruction, you're making your boss look bad. Right? So you want to show people that you have discipline and effort. That's what you want to show people. But at the same time, you don't want to overstep your boundary. Okay? I think it's doable. Pretty much doable. I always tell people it is always doable. Because I'm not a jiawu. I don't want to be responsible for jiawu. Come on, let's go on to the next one, which is the yin wood day master. So you can check your day master if it's a yin wood. This is what you are subjected to. Right. So of course, the yin wood right now, the Ting fire will generally be translated into the eating god, which is the solution provider fella, the creative guy, of the Ten god, the fella who like to come out with new thing for you to make. Alright, so and this is a eating god 7 killing combination. So your sin metal here is a 7 killing to this, right? So eating god 7 killing situation is that you have idea and you are willing to go and execute the idea, which is very important. A lot of people in this world actually have plenty of idea, but when it comes to execution, you can't see anything. A lot of thoughts, but zero in terms of movement. Right? So this is really good because when you talk about execution, especially in new idea means that something has not been proven. Right? So you thought that it is a great thing to do, but you got no proof that it will work. So it's a bit risky in taking the step and going out to the world and tell them that this might work. It's a bit scary. So you need the 7 killing, the courage of the 7 killing to push things through. So this month you have that particular combination, this particular combination. So now, right now, just now, whoever that asked, is it heaven and earth clashing? Yeah, it is clashing, but you can see that this clashing combination is a good clashing combination. Right? So it allows you to have the courage in attempting converting your idea into something real. Important or not? Or you just want to have your idea inside your brain that I'm great. Then when somebody else get the thing done and got the reward, I've already thought of this last month. Yeah, doesn't matter. Right. So 7 killing, a lot has to do with physical exertion, especially when you're Yi Wood. Now Yi Wood is particularly sensitive to 7 killing because Yi Wood is fragile, very, very fragile energy. So 7 killing is like scissors coming to cut. So it's like scissors cutting the tree. It's pretty scary. So be careful of your health issue. And if you are doing something that require a lot of physical exertion, take care. Right? So don't be overexert yourself, especially if the idea that you're trying to attempt right now is the nature is dangerous. Right? So the nature of the idea is basically dangerous. You might want to get someone else to execute it instead of you. Right? So this one is, I can tell you, is this thing. You all know the when you look at today, we're going to talk a lot about movies. Right? So when you look at those movies, right, especially those lab scientist movie, what they do is that they came out with this new thing. Is that what they do is that they take the thing and then jab it onto themselves. They experiment on themselves. Like if you got watch Spider-Man, the fella which is the lizard guy. So there's a lizard guy who lost the arm, so he was developing this serum that encourages growth. So he jabbed it onto himself. So inside the serum, basically have the lizard DNA, because the lizard can regrow their limbs. So he jabbed it on, and then he turned into this lizard man and fight with Spider-Man. That is the situation when you jab yourself. That's where the 7 killing is. You have some new idea, right? But that idea could be a bit dangerous. So what do? You go and self-experiment. Yeah. All right. So try not to self-experiment. Get help. Right? Try and get help with execution of the idea. You can get help in 2 ways. That let some other people who has better experience to handle this sort of situation to execute it. That's getting help. Right. So number 2 is get help with people who already has experience in the thing that you're doing. Makes sense, right? So you don't have to go and right. So just to prove that the pot of water is hot, you don't have to put your finger into it. Right? So that's not a good way to do. You can put a thermometer on it to find out that it's hot. True. Go buy a thermometer, right? So don't go and try everything out yourself. That is your you would, right? So let's take a look at Pink Fire. So Pink Fire seeing thing is a rock wealth. Traditionally, we don't really like rock wealth. So rock wealth is very highly associated with missing money. But rock wealth usually is the happy missing money situation. So probably Pink Fire is looking at celebration. I don't know. Right? So they are looking at celebrative related thing. Because why the sea metal from the rooster is direct wealth. Got money to burn. Got money to burn. Now, back to the question. Is this clash a good clash or not? Have money to burn is actually quite a happy situation, right? But of course, you need to be careful of your bank account. So that's why you need to be very clear of your financial position. So if you're Pink Fire, please be clear of your financial position. If it's something that you can afford to burn, have fun. Why not? Economy need you to run, especially now. Especially the things that is happening right now. So be careful of any what we call contractual stuff that is happening around you. Right? So just be careful of that. Right? Make sure that you are covered. Right? So ready for a bit of a setback. So when rock wealth meet direct wealth, usually there's financial setback. So if I were you, spend some happy money. Spend some happy money. Right? So just remember, sometimes you cannot stop the money from going out, but you can direct where the money goes. You can surely direct where the money goes. Like, if there's 2 group of people that you need to spend your money on, find the group that will eventually give you some good return. Right? So, if a bunch of businessmen ask you to go out for a drink and your old buddy asks you to go out for a drink, your old buddy is not going to be able to help you in much way. So you go out the drink, you go everything finished already. What happens? You go home, nothing happened. If you go out with a bunch of business people, they may give you 1 or 2 deals. They may connect you with the people that you need to be connected with, that be able to help you earn the money back. Right? So that's why those are called good spending. Right? So in all, you need to ask yourself whether you have the money to spend or not. If you don't have the money to spend, I would advise you not even to attempt a particular spending. If you have the money, which means that you have the budget, I do advise you to basically budget every month some sort of money for networking purpose. Go and spend for the networking purpose. Be happy, right? So especially this entire year, you have the direct wealth in the year anyway. So you have been making good money this entire year. Use the money as a reward for the people around you, those that went through the journey together with you. Good, spend now. Economy need you, okay? So fellow Pink Fire, please spend some money, but spend it wisely, right? Let's take a look at Pink Fire. So Pink Fire see friend, right? So friend see friend. For Pink Fire, pretty good. They see friend. Pink Fire see Pink Fire is like one candle lighting another candle. So that's basically what Pink Fire see Pink Fire mean. And we do have the indirect wealth inside, right? So there are some certain opportunity, right? So you want to expand the changes that you have made, right? So light more candle. Go and light more candle. Bring more like-minded people together. Right? So show them that there's certain opportunity that you have found bring them together, work together, right? So don't fight for benefits. So and anytime when you see that there is money involved, right? In human nature, when you see that money is involved and you got a group of people together, what happens? They end up fighting each other. Right? That's our nature. That's our nature. When there's a benefit on the floor, we tend to fight instead of work together. Right? So learn how to work together with people. Learn how to work together with people. There's always things there. So again, both thing and thing is basically seeing the well star for the entire year. Because of the scene show, the scene is pretty strong. So right now another scene just basically come in. So you would see very strong opportunity this particular month. So things that you see that is low effort, high return, you will start to see. So which means that if you're doing a bit of an investment, you might see some good opportunity together. But then you find out that you might not have the firepower to execute the thing. Group some friends together. But you know that you can group investment. Yeah, do that. Okay. Yeah, spend money on knowledge is good. Right? So like just spending money on knowledge is one of the best spending ever because knowledge you acquire already, it will never go away. Okay. Right? Itching to spend money by holding through. If you don't have money, then don't spend. Right, so think fire here, if you identify something that is some opportunity that's workable and that you can't do it all on your own. So what you do right now is that gather people around together. Gather around people together, pool your resources to work on the opportunity. So that's the best thing for think fire to do this particular month. So go and light more candle. Ding, 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 Christmas. Christmas come early, Christmas September. Light candle Christmas. All right. Let's go and do that. Worth. All right, so the Yang Earth counterpart. So worth seeing your think fire. Think fire is your direct resource. Right? So always see the resource star. Now when you always see resource star, right, always remember that someone is ready to teach you something. Yeah, that's the direct resource. Someone is ready to teach you something. So you have a person, right? So now in the olden day, when you learn something, right, there's no such thing as book. A book have never been invented in the olden day. Even if I give you a book, you can't read it. Let's not to say that people who can write books is even more rare. Right? So what happened here is that all knowledge is passed through orally from one person to another person. So when you see direct resource, I mean that there is a person ready to teach you something. Right? Does it mean that you will learn? Might not if you're stubborn. Opportunity is there. So then you take a look at the C metal from the rooster. So C metal from the rooster is your output star, right? So which is your hurting officer. Right? So you got resource and hurting officer together. Right? So which means it's a very good opportunity for you to regurgitate things that you have learned actually. All right. So to show people that you got brain. Right? To show people that you have brain. This combination is to help people that you have brain, not only just absorbing. Right? So the resource star give you just absorb on it. Right? So what happened here is that thing that you try to present to people, do a bit of research on it. Okay, do a little bit of a research on it. So make sure that when you open your mouth, right, so it sounds like you know what is happening. Okay, don't get cornered by people. Right? So sound intelligent or everything. Right? So don't over promise because hurting officer love to over promise, and because you have the info. Here's the thing: hurting officer like to bring people on the journey, go to places where they have not gone before. Basically, topic is gone. And so with the resource star coming in, you would have already find out that what are true, what are not true in it. So you have to adjust your speech a little bit, so that you don't go over promising. Right. So back all your claim with data, don't just happy, say. You know that trust is very important for the Earth Day Master. So if you know that there's something that you can't substantiate, Don't go that far with the story, even if you are very what we call enthusiastic about it. Just remember the entire year is seminal year. So your hurting officer is already there, for the entire year. You might get a bit addicted with, hey, I'm famous. So when you're famous, you tend to, when the hot air get into the brain, so you tend to talk a little bit over the top. So just be slightly careful a bit on that side. Cool. Pretty easy, right? Work okay lah. Work most of the time steady, right? So right, so if we want to have a bit of an image of it, it's like a mountain that crack, then large sound. So those are the things that you can take a look. And then you got G Earth coming in. Right, so G Earth seeping fire is indirect resource. Okay. So when you talk about indirect resource, it's time to spread knowledge. Direct resource is always deepening of a certain subject. Indirect resource is variety on the same subject. When you want to find that any information that is sideway connecting to the particular subject. Right? So you can find more way or more data, more things about that particular subject that you are trying to make use of. So of course, you are together with the eating god. So you're together with the eating god right now, so so your thinking ability actually heightens a lot at this particular moment, which also means that you'll be thinking of a lot of rubbish as well at the same time. Okay, so that's why you need to do a bit of filtration, seek clarity. Now, seeking clarity here is very simple. Your idea, bring it out, talk to people. Easy, Just put it out into the public, and then so that's what's your thought about it? Don't try to think of the idea all on your own. Then you feel like you have a great idea, and then you dare keep on still finding, looking for things, and you're trying to make the awesome idea that nobody knows about. That is not sure whether it will solve anything, but you yourself feel very awesome, and you continue to be in this spiral of looking for information to make the idea better. In the end, people tell you that, hey, this is not something that we're trying to solve. Okay, wow. So how much time have you wasted? So just try to be careful with that. Right. So contradicting idea here is the thing. You're trying to move forward, but the previous data doesn't support you moving forward. You try to find data that try to support you from moving forward, but there's no data that support you from moving forward. But you still want to move forward, and that particular thing will be going through. Right? So think you this month. Nah, doesn't matter whether it's overly strong. Later I will handle your question. Right. So next one. Right. So the Keng metal, big sword. Oh, Keng metal. Right. So big sword seeing small fire. Good. Big sword seeing small fire. Right. So this is beginning of discipline. Right. So you got power. Got direct officer. Got power. Keng metal particularly work very well together with direct officer. Because metal needs to be forged by fire if it ever required to be strong. Then you got your rock wealth there, which is your competitor. So same fire, detrimental to the competitor, good for you. So it's time for you to silence all those that disagree with you. Yay! Time to take the big sword and chop the small head. It sounds very cruel, but yeah, that's the thing, right? So if you have people who doesn't believe in you, what we call the naysayers, haters, this is the month for you to show them your power. Go ahead, go show them. Just don't overly do it, right? So because you know now. Do you know that nowadays online, the difference between actual physical violence? I just tell you, actual physical violence, Keng metal is a bit more on the violent side. Actual physical violence, which means that two parties actually fight each other. Now there's an end to the fight because one party will be beaten down. Now online violence, there are no end to it because why you do not actually engage each other. You can see, so you can always escalate. You can always escalate, So online violence always escalate. So, and when you escalate, and what you are destroying is actually each other reputation. When you fight online, nowadays, everybody go and fight online. Right? You destroy each other reputation. It's very difficult to heal. Reputation destruction is very, very difficult to do. So that's why just be careful of, overly doing this. Right? So do perform all the due diligence that is required for you, before you do anything. Officer style is always about law and order. Right? So follow the law and order a little bit, if it's something that should be done, need to be done. You are in the right. Your what you call your competitor, your naysayer need to be crushed. Crush them. Okay? By all means, go and crush your naysayer. It's fine. Right, so next one is sin metal. So sin metal think fire. Take a look at that. It's 7 killing. Right? So and you have your friend star there. So when the 7 killing is around, either you take the shot or your friend take the shot. So who should take the shot? If you are the sacrificial type of person, you might want to take the shot for the other party. Okay. Kung has been very cruel to me this year. Nah, Janet, not that bad. Okay, right. So who want to take shot now? Just want to tell you, sin method is traditionally doesn't really like to take hits on. Right? So cowardly, no lah, not that's not the word lah. They know how to protect themselves. Right? So they know that they're fragile. So it's time for you to remove some people around you. Right? So nice way to say is to remove some people around you. Not the nice way to say it is that it's time for you to send some of your useless friends out to the 7 killing as tribute. go. It's your turn to go out there. Right. So try not to scatter your effort too much. Right. So concentrate your effort a bit. Right. So that's what you want to be doing. Because your friends start a lot. There's a lot of friends start around. So you're trying to be nice. That usually scatter effort. This one you try to help. That one you try to help. Or more worse still, this one you try to rescue. That person you try to rescue. This fellow you try to rescue. So you have to be very, very, very sure of who are the people you are trying to rescue here. Which are the people that you can let go to nature. Very nice word. Let go to nature. Okay. So choose where you're going to involve yourself with. Take a look at the people around you. Who do you want to get involved with? Who do you not want to get involved with? Okay. Yes, tribute, man. Sounds nice, right? Tribute. You need to choose who you want to get involved with. I think that would be the important thing for you to get through. Right? So sin metal, just make a bit of a selection. Right? So it's time to feed some of the people to the volcano god. Got movie, right? Was a movie, right? So you need to what we call appeal the volcano god by sending in some of the villagers, right? This is sin metal. Right, so let's run water, so all-time favorite, because I'm a run water. Right, so now a lot of people sometimes ask me, hey, you do so many forecasts, right? Not tired one. Actually, because I do forecast for myself, might as well. So it's already been done. So because I do forecasting for myself. So so fast, I do forecast for BaZi, I do forecast for Qimen, I do forecast for Feng Shui. All forecasts basically I do. Right. So because I've been doing that for myself, it's not too much of a work to extend to the rest of the thing that has been forecast because I will still be looking at it. Right, so this is rainwater, right? So rainwater, what do we have? You have the so again you have the pink fire, which is awesome. Direct route. We always love to see direct route. Direct route means a lot of effort. Then you got your sin metal, which is the direct resource. Right? So it's the direct resource here. Now resource again is about knowledge, right? So now you have money, wealth, attacking knowledge, right? So you're gonna be spending. You're gonna throw money at knowledge. You're gonna throw money at knowledge. So this is what is basically happening. Basic happening is this. So go and acquire some credential. Since you're gonna throw money at knowledge, right? You're gonna buy some knowledge, right? Get some credential out of it. Go for an exam. Maybe if you are the exam buff type of people. Now to me, it's just acquired the knowledge. Pay for some knowledge that you wish to have. Whether you go and get the certificate or not very important, at least to me. To me, at this current moment, whether you have a cert, you doesn't have a cert, less of a problem to me is whether you actually apply the knowledge or not is much more important than the piece of certificate. Now, some people might like to see the certificate, so if that's the case, do that. Right, so refusal to go and acquire the knowledge may have long-term impact on your return. Okay, so since Wellstar is there, right? So you might want to portion some of your money to acquire some experience. That's all. Okay, so the part whereby whether you're going to get a cert or not, not very important. The knowledge behind the cert is always more important. Search for knowledge this year, experience. So invest in other people, right? So here's the thing: when you have the knowledge already, you can use the knowledge to build other people as well. Right? So another way, invest in other people also is the same thing, right? So you take the money, you pay to someone else, right? The fellow right now can do business, correct? That's investing into another person. Right? So spend the money into the knowledge industry if you can. Education. So expand your education. I don't know what you want to learn. Find something that you should be learning, or some things that you have put behind in terms of learning. Go and learn. Right? So just go and buy Udemy course. So it's not really that expensive. Go get one of those, $59.90 course. $59.90 Malaysia is like what, 200 bucks, 200 plus bucks. Okay, ma. It's a good investment for you to sign up for one of those courses. Do it. Cool, right? Get yourself educated this month. Education month. See what you can pay for. Clearwater, right? So Clearwater, if you take a look at it, so it's the indirect wealth. So indirect wealth, of course, has a lot to do with investment. Certain search for money. So you might want to do a bit in terms of diversification on your investments. So you got indirect resource, right? Indirect resource, your intuition get heightened, which is good, right? So easy for you to find investment loophole. You want to call it loophole. Cantonese can Hokkien say kang tao. Right? So don't go too many. Don't go too many. Don't go too happy. So there's always a investment ratio that you should follow. Right? So there's always an investment ratio that you should follow. Maybe 10%. I don't know, 10%, 5%, depending on what's your investment threshold that you can do. Right? So segregate your risk. It's time for you to open up a bit and diversify a bit of your risks all over the places. Right? So you can do that this particular month because of the high indirect resource sensitivity. The entire year is indirect resource year, by the way. Right? So your ability to capture vast amount of data is there for this particular year. So right now, what you want to do is to process the vast amount of data that is available, right? So that you can do whatever that's necessary to get things done. Cool. Well, you guys are okay with it, right? So that is for Clearwater, right? So for this particular month, just want to inform you guys, if you all need helps in planning your month, if you find that so much information, very difficult to plan for yourself, do scan the QR code, have a chat with my people in the office. I can help you to do the planning. We can sit down for an hour session and we can talk a little bit about how to plan for your month. And so that will be something good for you to do. Come, let's go through all the available questions. Let me just check. Right, so any Ting Yu Man meet with Ting Yu Man, huh? Ting Yu Day Master meet with Ting Yu Man. Okay. If the sin metal is already overly strong, could it be a stressful month for the thing? Yes. Sin metal very high. Sin metal very high. You want to take a look at your immune system. So if you have existing allergy, you better be very careful. Okay. If you have existing allergy, You want to be very careful. And second thing also, if your relationship is already having issue, then this particular month very stressful for your relationship. The day pillar is basically your relationship. The day pillar is basically you. Okay, you. Anything that direct subject to you, which is your relationship, your personal body thing. So you want to take a look at that. Okay, Winnie, Xin Hai Day Master. Cần Yin Man. Wow, Yin Man. Bình Chen Ye. How to extract sales opportunity? Sin and Sin, just get referral. Simplest way of doing things is basically get referral. Right, so friends start always referral is the best. Open mouth. Open mouth, ask for referral. Right, so open mouth and ask for referral. Right, so got well star, right? Got well star, ask for referral. Yes. Just do that. Just call out all your friend. This is the time whereby those people who's not your friend also you temporarily classify them as friends. Hey, you know what? I want to update you. Now we got doing this, or now a better way of updating people is not to update you that I got new product. Update them that recently I've just seen a customer. The customer had this particular problem, and we were able to implement this particular solution to help them with this particular problem. I was wondering whether you have anyone that might be going through similar situation that we can help them out from the trouble. This would be a better approach than I got a new product. No, don't go and never go to see your friend and tell them that I got a new product. So it make the entire experience like, oh, no new product, you don't need to come see me. So I'm just somebody to consume a new product. Don't do that, right? But you tell them that we have managed to help people in this situation. Just updating you if you've got anybody who is in similar situation that required help. We have some success stories here. He might be able to benefit from this. That's it. Enough, just that particular update. Do that. Let's see. Jay Eng, Xin Wei Day. All right, cool. Wu Shen Man. Okay. Right. So I'm going to present a digital corporate plan to the board this month. Ooh, congratulations. How to strategize it to have it approved smoothly? See, Wu Shen. Wu Shen, you already have so your month is a little bit, your mind is a little bit heavy. Something called internal coach. You need to go and find somebody inside to help you with information. Somebody internal that is able to coach you. So talk to the internal person and find a few information who's coming for the pitching. I call it pitching. Who's coming for the pitching? And you also might want to find the now if you can get the BaZi of the person, that would be awesome. If you cannot, you want to ask your coach, what's the personality of this person? Now basic personality is like whether this person is a very dominant person, whether this person is a very analytical person, this type of, whether this particular person is very heavy in relationship. Those kind of info, go find out. Right, so from your internal coach, right? Don't have create one. That's what you want to use. Right? So because you are all what we call companion star. Companion star is about connecting with people. Right? So it's about connection with people. So if you find the connection with that particular person, between the person who decide things, you have that particular connection, which means that you are same people. So you can talk directly to his heart. You will win. Okay, right? So this one, a lot of time, you don't need to bother about your presentation. You need to understand what is this person looking for and give him what he's looking for. Right? So that's why you need to understand who are you pitching against. No, not against. Who are you pitching to? So Rina here, right? So Rainwater here, born 1991. What should be mindful? Risk at work this month. Rina, I don't have your month pillar. Really cannot tell you about your work risk. We need to know what is on your month pillar. Work related matter are all in the month pillar. Let's see. Day master is 吉士. Alright, so G with 壬子man. Okay, 壬子man, the rooster gonna make it a bit wacko. 壬戌 here, right? So workload is piling up. How should I position myself in career to manage all this as manage the expectation from management? All right, so let's see. So Zi this year is combined with the Chou, so you guys know already. Yeah, workload is going up. It's good. That's good. More things is basically coming in. So when you have the Ziyu, Ziyu, you guys know that Ziyu is a part of the is it harm or is it part of the punishment? It's all right, either one. No, it's part of the destruction combination, right? So now here's the thing. When you come to destruction combination, right, a lot of time you need to be able to build things from ground up. Now, the advice is you need to learn how to let things collapse a little bit. Now, sometimes being too good at your work is actually a detrimental stuff. People doesn't know that you need help. Right? People do not know that you need help. So you don't want to go through the entire process of actually going sick. Then only people start to know that you actually need help. Okay? You might want to let things collapse. When you talk about letting collapse, it's not really. Go and talk to your boss that you actually need. Like drowning. How do people know that you're drowning? Stay quiet so that you reach the bottom of the pool, and then eventually you will float back up. That's how you want the people to save you. No. So when you're drowning, that time you start screaming. Of course, you need to scream at your boss. Right? So you keep on updating your boss. A good way for you to do is that keep on updating your boss. But when you update that time, you always got hold. And so always tell boss, this one, this one. If you constantly update your boss, constantly got hold happening, right? You're smart boss if your boss is smart. If your boss is smart. Right? So it's his job to patch the hole. Alright, don't be a Superman. Simple as that. Right? So because when destruction happen, when you try to be Superman, you're the one who's gonna get hurt. That's not fun. Yun. Right? So Yi Day Master, Yi Yu Man. Right? So you got your Yu. Right? So many sin metal around. Want to take caution this one in terms of what seeing a 3 rooster. 3 rooster don't need to a lot of 7 killing. A huge challenge coming your way. You thing is actually draining the yeet some more. Your work is seriously gonna power. Right? So because your friend star right now is getting more and more weaker because of the thing draining your friend star, and then the sin coming to attacking you. Get ready for additional workload. I think that will be the things for you to do. So of course, right now is that you might want to hatch a little bit of your escape plan. Tai Chi is good. Yeet should have quite good ability to do Tai Chi. Okay, learn how to do Tai Chi. Learn Tai Chi. So many 7 killing coming, you better learn Tai Chi. So don't feel bad for Tai Chi thing away. Not the Qigong Tai Chi. Learn Tai Chi means learn how to redirect. Oh, my plate is full on this already. I heard that Josh is quite full. No, Lily, didn't you say that the other day, you were looking for exactly this sort of opportunity? Wow, good for you and this opportunity up. Those are called Tai Chi. Move the work over here, move the work over there, or else everything will pile to you. Okay, doesn't matter. Find August a trying month with lingering issue. Magnify, blah, blah, blah. Time to learn how to compromise to have peace. September start with solution running in. So how to keep August second month momentum for September? 7 killing is just about courage only. Right? So, if you already know how to be courageous in August, you can continue to be courageous in September. Nothing wrong with actually doing that. So actually, any energy that comes in, right, is about familiarity of the energy. You want to be familiar with the energy. That's all you want to do only. It's pretty simple. All right, month of horse. Horse month. Horse month. All right, so Rina here is having a bit on the horse month. Horse month, not much of a risk. So this month, the rooster and the horse actually doesn't really have a lot of interaction. Although they are still clashing situation. The horse and rooster still clash. It's still matter and fire clashing. But because the fire is clashing out to the rooster, so nothing much that you need to take a look too much. So again, it is a fire and resource clash. So here's the thing: don't be too calculative when it comes to investing into knowledge. Okay, so there are probably something that you need to learn in your work if you are concerned in your work. But mostly we talk about having a horse month right now. This particular month is not very eventful, so don't really need to squeeze too much of the brain power into handling them. Not an eventful month. Right, so Gengwu, Ting Yu is also my next luck pillar. Why got next luck pillar? Other than to utilize this month to whack people. I rather say that please use this month to show people that you're not a pushover. Right? So is to once and for all let the people around you know that you're serious. Okay? You are serious here, trying to do things in our way, So if you're not helping, please move aside. You don't really need to whack people. So it's pretty healthy. Direct officer together with the Geng metal is always good. So of course, the one that's missing right now is your Jia Wu. You want to put that. Johnson, let's see. Kui water, right? So Ji Earth man. Any advice for sales career in this one? Kui water just now diversify a bit. So sales also is the same. You want to diversify your sales. So in terms of sales diversification, don't everything same customer group. Go and find new customer group, new places. You can also diversify the way that you sell, diversify the thing that you sell. All of those are called diversification. Right. So you just have to diversify a little bit. Pretty CM Lin. Right. Day master is Jia Shen. Just hold on for a while. Girl, turn that off. Turn that off. Right. So Yi Siman, a snake man. Right. So snake man, snake and rooster is a combination, 3 harmony combination. So job should be quite good. Why everybody here close more sale, close more sale. Jia Shen, right? So Jia Shen just now, talk about discipline. So a lot talking about discipline, right? So you have 3 harmony here, and coming in, right? So wow. So this 3 harmony coming in here is going to be enhancing the metal. Right? So the officer style is going to be enhancing now. This is where I'm going to tell you, if you are talking about sales target right now, there may be multiple department people coming in and chasing for target. Might not be fun, right? Might not be fun. Which also means that there's going to be multiple department coming in to give you power. That part really might be fun. So now you need to take a look. Are you handling a team? If you're handling a team, the right officer will be very good. If you are not handling a team, the right officer is no fun. Okay? So we need to see which situation you're from. Definitely, there's going to be improve what we call power and authority on your side. Right? So you might want to get some people into your team. Right? So which means that if your boss give you more target, you should tell your boss that, hey, can I get more stuff? right? So that's what you want to do, right? All right. So Iron, if you want the info on the any one of it, right? So go and join my Telegram group. Okay. So if you join my Telegram group, you'll be able to do that. All right, guys. So today time is a little bit short on my end, so I need to end this session like right now. Right. So now for those of you who have missed, like just now, Iron, tomorrow is gonna be up on YouTube. You know, super fast this time. Last time take about a week to get things done. Right now, one day is done already. Right? So tomorrow is gonna go on YouTube now, so you can go to the YouTube and watch it. Cool, guys. Right. So thank you very much for all of you who came and joined me today. Right. So this particular session. Right. So those of you who need the consult. Right. So go and get a schedule done. Right. So go and get an appointment set up. Those of you who want to rewatch this tomorrow is on YouTube. That's it, guys. See you all. Bye bye.